What's up? This is Robert from Existence First, and this video is going to be a very deep one, maybe deeper than the average, though my channel tends to run towards the deeper end. Not a reference to swimming pools or anything, but okay, so I'm excited. I just want to get right into this, okay? When I was younger, I really liked to watch those shows, like the Magic Revealed shows, where they have this guy, he had a mask on, right? Because he didn't want to like reveal his identity, but he would do these magic tricks, and then they would show, like he would explain how the trick is actually done. And I loved those shows, right? The big takeaway, obviously, is that magic is an illusion, right? So magic is real in the sense that like you're experiencing some sort of illusion, right? Like you're really experiencing something, but it's not real in the sense that what you think is happening is not actually happening, right? So, you know, he pulls some rabbit out of his hat, and then, like, you know that rabbits just don't appear out of thin air, right? But it appeared that way, okay? So there's a distinction then between what appeared to be happening, the illusion, right, and what actually happened, okay? So then people had to rephrase the whole thing, right? Like people, didn't they stop calling themselves magicians or something, and they call themselves like illusion artists or artists of illusion or something? I don't know. In any case, so put that aside, right? That thought frame. Okay, now I'm going to tell a story and it's going to tie together, okay? But think about it in terms of the magic thing. Okay, so today I was like sitting around scrolling through my Instagram, right? As many of us do, I'm sure. So as I'm scrolling through and I'm, you know, double tapping here and there, pictures that, you know, I like. On the surface, well, first of all, there's a first person perspective, okay? There's me looking at the screen, right? So first person perspective is just the screen is all that exists, right? It comes up and then you either like it or you don't like it. Now, if you get step like one layer back, one layer deeper, what's going on is I'm liking the pictures, right? There's this sort of creation of an identity, right? So then I say, oh, I liked this picture, or I liked that post, right? So the language there then presupposes some sort of I, some sort of identity, right? And here, this is where we have to really catch it, okay? Because who really is the I, right? Like, then I took another layer, step back, right? And I looked at it and I was like, why is this creature here, this, I guess, a human being, this so-called creature that people call Robert, right? He himself calls himself Robert. And then he's scrolling through his Instagram and liking this picture and not liking the other picture. And they're like, who is this thing, right? So if I'm watching, if I'm aware that this guy, Robert, is like scrolling through, clicking like and not like on the Instagram photos, then who's the one, if I'm aware of that, if I'm the one who's aware of that, then who is the one liking the photos? Like who is the one sitting on the couch, they're scrolling through the phone? Like who is that person? Who is that creature? Right? So now I've just pulled this apart. I've taken the magic trick and I've showed the hidden mirrors and the smoke. Because when it comes to magic, the illusion is created visually, optically. When it comes to living and our own understanding of who we are, the illusion comes from language. Okay, so the illusion is created linguistically, whereas in magic, it's created visually. Boom, that was a truth bomb right there. Okay, a few more points to make. So, oh, it gets even better than this. So the magic trick is an illusion, but the actual steps that are happening, like let's say there's the rabbit out of the hat, right? Let's say there's this like trap compartment in the hat where the rabbit is hiding, and then the rabbit is pulled out of the hat, right? So the rabbit being pulled out of that trap compartment, you know what's actually happening? That is happening subject to the laws of physics and reality as we know it, okay? It just doesn't pop out of thin air, right? It's the compartment opens like this, then the rabbit is pulled out. I have a pizza almost ready in the kitchen. That was if you heard the beep. Okay, so the rabbit being pulled out, that is subject to laws of reality, okay? Now let's go back to me scrolling through Instagram. What if this pseudo person, this identity, so to speak, clicking like and not like, this identity, although it's an illusion, is still subject to the laws of reality, right? So here's the proper hierarchy now. Proper hierarchy then places reality as the highest, most senior level, okay? Because why did I like this picture, or why did I not like that picture, right? A lot of it's outside of my control, right? In large part, if you study psychology, you realize that a lot of us act automatically to a large degree. Okay, so here, if reality is the highest level, right? Because these magicians, okay, whatever, you can be an illusion artist, whatever, but you can't break the laws of physics and reality, okay? That's the whole big takeaway. So if we respect it, okay, as the most senior thing, then how do we live in accordance to that? Well, I do it by doing experiments, right? So this whole philosophy of existence first and living life to the fullest and living life with your eyes wide open and being intelligent and all of that stuff, understanding our own minds, thinking clearly. Part of that, how that's done and completed, is by experimenting, because reality is up here. So when we go do something, we go see what result that we get, okay? And this interests me. I want to know how to control my mind, how to influence it, right? Like, you get somebody who went through a negative experience in life. How do you help them drop it, leave that behind, and move on? Like, there's going to be a surface illusion of what it appears to be how you get out of that, and then there's going to be actual reality of how you do move on from some sort of negative life event, okay? All right, I think that kind of summed it up. I do believe everybody deserves to thrive, and so that's why, that's kind of how it all ties in. All right, there's a few more things to this, but I want to end this before the memory on my phone runs out. And tune in on Saturday, 2 o'clock. I'm going to do spiritual self-defense class again, but obviously it's going to be online because we're still supposed to stay in our houses. So join. It will either be on Facebook or Instagram. So if you're not on either of those, go find Existence First on Facebook or Instagram. All right. Until then, think deeply and put your existence first.